Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna do a little something different. You can't see it, but I've got a pile of zucchini, summer squash and zucchini in front of me. Let me see if I can bump you up a little bit so you can see what's going on. Well, not really, but what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna put these in the freezer and basically I'm gonna cut this end off about that thick, and then I'm gonna slice them about a 1/4 inch thick and just drop them down here. I've got a pot down here, and I'm gonna do all my summer squash in here first, and I'll get them out and put them in bags. Where I'm single, I just use quart bags, and I have a lot more quart bags right now. So what I'm gonna do is just stand here and slice these, or sit here and slice these about as close to a uniform size as I can, so they fry the same when we take and make fried zucchini and summer squash. But just take and slice them up. Into rings, or you can do them other ways if you want to, but this is my choice of way to do it. I also take and like the next round, I'll put them through the food processor and shred them and make it to where they make zucchini bread, or I can do zucchini or summer squash cakes. And basically what that is you put flour, you grind, you put these in there like kraut. You want them chopped up like sauerkraut, and when you get them out, you let them thaw, and then you add flour, meal, salt, pepper. If you want to, you can put onion powder and garlic powder, and you patty them out and fry them like potato cakes. And they're really good like that. But this time, I'm just going to slice them and get them in the freezer. I was going to make chow chow, but I noticed that I had so much chow chow back there, it's insane. And, if something does go down, I can always take and pickle this. And, if I keep getting as much as I'm getting today, you'll probably see me pickle it. You'll see chow chow and stuff, but I love fried squash. So that's why I'm doing it first. I got a little bucket over here to the side that goes to the pigs. I'm going to put it in, but as you can see, I'm just keeping slicing them. Here in a minute, I'll show you. I usually put about what I would call a mess, or what I would eat one time, in a bag. And then I'll, when I get both of them cut up, I'll take and take them out and put them in the freezer. I also have some green peppers and a few other things like that I'm going to do this way. I'm getting a lot of sweet potatoes, and I may do a sweet potato cannon this evening, but I wanted to show you how I do, putting this stuff in the freezer. I didn't. Now you got to wash these off. You can tell they're wet, but just keep slicing them, and when you get, I think I got about 5 more to go. Let me do this one, and I'll show you how many I put in a bag. Doing stuff in the freezer is easy as long as the power grid stays up, and you got power and you don't lose power for a week or two in the winter. But I keep a generator, and that way if it does go out, I can hold it for a while and try to do something else. Okay, now I'm going to open my bag up. And I'm just going to simply drop them in there, shake them down, and, just keep adding to it till you get. Now, I'll put enough in here for two times, because normally whatever I have for lunch, I wouldn't have it for supper too. and that way it's not wasting anything. But now you could cut these up in squares if you wanted to and use them in soups and stuff. And they're real good for that. And eventually, I may have to do that this year too. But like right there is probably enough to do a no, I'm gonna add a little bit more because it ain't hard enough to do two messes. But now I may have to put more in and take some out. But what I like to do is on this is take and pull this to the side to, with about an inch. Hold your finger on that zipper and push from this side here to create a little hole. Okay, I got a little hole. And suck as much air out of that bag as you can. And it's ready to go in the freezer. You just stack them in there. I've got a big deep freeze outside I'm going to put them in. But, that's enough right there to do two meals of that, which you add other stuff to it, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these summer squash up, get them in the bag. Then I'll show you the zucchini, which is the exact same process. You just slice them and put them in the bag. And I'm going to do the green peppers and different things like that today. And that way you can kind of, see me do a little bit of everything. And I decided that I was going to do freezer stuff. Next time we may do chow chow, or you got to have onions and hot peppers and, different things like that for chow chow. I believe I've got everything to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I've got 40 quarts, or no, it's 40 pints of chow chow back there. And so I decided to slice these up, and that way I can use them for fried zucchini and fried summer squash in the winter. But let me get these sliced up, and I'll come back to you, and we'll do a few of the zucchini. And then, we'll continue on to get everything cut up that's going in the freezer today. Okay, we ended up with 5 nice bags of summer squash out of this, which means that's 10 meals. It'll be a lunch and a dinner. That's 10 meals, which is pretty good if you ask me. And now I'm going to do the zucchini. We'll just go ahead and slice them. And we'll put them in the bags the same way. And you take here, we're going to work about, 20, 30 minutes on everything today. And we're going to be looking at, I call it meals, but it's like part of a meal. You'll have meat and like zucchini, fried zucchini or whatever. And, it goes a pretty good ways when you're using it as like a side dish. So we'll call it 10 sides instead of 10 meals. But I just don't want to waste nothing because, we're still in a drought, even though we got a little bit of rain. They're calling for more this week. And, I'm still praying for it. The zucchini and summer squash is looking good. The corn is starting to look a lot better. The beans may actually come off of the second picking if we can get a couple more days of rain. And I'm hoping I planted a lot of different kinds of squash, winter squash, and stuff like acorn squash, spaghetti squash, stuff like that. But it ain't really done that much. And my sweet potatoes, they ain't made no vines. I hope they're making roots, which that's what you eat anyway. But not like last year, they done real good where we had plenty of rain, and I was actually taking the vines and putting them in stir fry and stuff. And you just literally take the leaves. You can cook the leaves, or I even took and made a batter and fried some leaves, and they were really good. And I took the vine and chopped it up in pieces about that long and put it in stir fry. But this year there's just not enough vines to do it. And I'm just hoping now to get some sweet potatoes. I mean, I have put up a lot of sweet potatoes this year, but that's not having my turn in the freezer where I have, sweet potatoes for next year too. But as you can see, I'm doing these the same exact way. Just wash them real good, slice them, and you'll put them in the bags just like you did the summer squash. I seen I had some, I don't know if it's a sweet bell pepper or hot bell pepper, I don't remember. I'll go there and bite one and see. But it looks like there's several of them coming on, and I'm going to go ahead and get them. And I just cut them into rings and put them in the freezer. And when I decide that what I'm going to do with them, I just chop them up in pieces, or I taking batter dip peppers and fry them too. Now that's something good to eat. I planted a bunch of jalapenos. I'm hoping to make some jalapeno poppers and get some pickled jalapenos and everything's in. I think I planted 48 plants, but where it's been so dry, man, it's been rough on stuff. I'm just thankful for everything I got. Considering as dry as it is, it's a wonder we've got anything. But I hear a lot of people's got problem with squash borer beetles and stuff like that. And so far, I ain't seen nothing like that in my garden. So, I'm thankful it's not there. But now I do spray. I keep liquid 7 dust, powdered 7 dust, and stuff like that. And if I see these bugs starting in my garden, they get dosed. And if it takes me spraying every week, I'll do that to keep them bugs out of my garden. And so far, I've only had 2 rabbits in the garden, and they didn't like the dog. I got that pup to where I can kind of point at something, go, and she'll run down there and get after it. And she got to harass them rabbits enough. I ain't seen them the last couple evenings, so I'm hoping they're gone. I haven't seen any more cutting, but I put a pile of brush about 45 feet from my garden, and I think they took up in it. And I don't care that they're there. I really don't. I wouldn't care if there was 100 rabbits that stay out my garden. And I noticed if there was a rabbit down the other day in the field, and a dog was sitting there staring at it, she looked at me, and I didn't seek her on it. She didn't go after it, so maybe she was, looking for me to seek her on it. But if they're over there in the field or, out here where the hogs is, I don't mind that at all. That's perfectly fine. I just like this one more. And I'll get this sliced out. And then I'll go and get these in bags. Then I'll go get some, I know there's some bell pepper I want to put in bags for this winter. And you can do it in little chunks or slices. I'll do mine in slices. Then if I need it for something else, like I use it for stir fry a lot. And if I decide to, let's say, use it for chili, I'll get out, a handful of them and just chop them up. So I try to leave them as big as possible. And that way I can make a decision on what I'm going to do with them. Okay, and like I said, just take your baggie. Open it up and just put you enough in there what you think 2 messes will be. Put a few more on that one. Okay. That's about what I put in the other ones for the summer squash. And I'm going to go ahead and get this done. And then I'll get some more stuff and we'll slice it up and continue doing this until we get everything ready to go out to the freezer. And then we'll have a bunch of stuff going in the freezer. Just hope the power stays on. Well, let me get this took care of and I'll come right back at you. Okay, I brought my cutting board out and I've got these bell peppers. And I've been eating a lot of bell peppers here lately. So what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these up. And what I like to do is just cut this out. I cut the cap off of it. And then I cut this middle out. Reach in here and just give it a little tug and it'll come out. Anything you see inside with seeds, just take it out. Then I cut them in half. And then I just take and cut them about that big. But I'll lay them on the cutting board to do that because it's a little quicker. And I'll do like, do them this way. And the caps, I just leave them like that. And just slice them off into, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces, however thick you want them. And see, you just take a bag. I may end up putting about 2 into a bag at a time because these don't stick together like you would think, and you can reach in and get out whatever you need. But I'm just going to put them in a Ziploc baggie too. And see, when they freeze, you can actually reach in there and take them out individually. Just cut that heart out. Go around there and now I'm putting the seed pod thing in the hog pan because I don't want it to go to waste there either. The hogs will eat it, and about I'm gonna say November, December, we'll get that back if you know what I'm saying. And if you feed everything you can to your hogs, it's good for them, and 2, when you get your hog meat back, you get your vegetables back, so you didn't really lose them. And plus, it makes a better compost. Well, I'm gonna just keep doing this. I don't know, I may get 3 or 4 in that bag. But what I'll do is just keep doing this until I get that bag full. Now, when you make chow chow stuff, you need all these ingredients too. But I've got onions over there that, I would use in my chow chow, and cabbage and stuff. And we will be making chow chow later if the garden keeps producing good. Now I'm going to see how many. I got 4 more peppers, and that was 4. So I'm going to say that's about what we'll get per bag. We'll try to do it in 2 bags. But I'll do these bell peppers, and then I'll run outside and get those banana peppers, and we'll cut them up, put them in bags. And that way everything goes in the freezer, and I'll look back through the garden to make sure there ain't nothing else ready to go in. But just give me a little bit, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I went out to the garden and picked their sweet banana peppers. And there they are. Okay, I'm just going to slice these into rings and, go ahead and use them. Just, put them in bags just like I did the other ones. But I'm going to leave them in rings like that. And when I need them, see, I'll just reach in there and, pull out a couple rings. But anything gets ready where it's almost ready in my garden, I'm getting it. I'm not taking no chances because, like we've discussed several times, it's a drought this year. And if the garden produces it, I'm gonna try to put it up or eat it or something. And what it don't produce, if my neighbors don't have it, I will go to Henry's up in Doveville, Virginia, and visit them and buy what I need up there. I do. My cucumbers have burned up. They just dried up in the drought. There wasn't enough water, and I haven't got my water system in yet, which I'm working on it. But trying to do everything else, by yourself, it's kind of hard. I did get an air conditioner put in, and my brother-in-law and nephew come in and pulled the wire for me and done the electrical. Because when it comes to that electricity, I'm a wuss. I don't like it. It just tears me all to pieces. So he's a good electrician, and we got that took care of. And before, when I had it going, every time you turn the microwave on, or a buddy of mine gave me an ice maker a couple years back, and if the refrigerator and that ice maker kicks on, it definitely will kick that breaker with that air conditioner. So we run a whole new breaker, wire, plug in everything for the air conditioner, so that we cured that problem. And I thought I was going to have a 220 air conditioner, but it didn't work. And I run a plug in over here on this wall for it. But I said if I ever needed a 220 plug for a welder or anything else, there's one right there. I can just, change the plug out and fix it to where it'll fit a welder, or, if it has to be a heater or something, I got it covered. And I wasn't going to take it back out after I, paid them to help put it in. But I do appreciate them coming over and helping me like they did. Now, I did notice that down there where my banana pepper's supposed to be, there's a cayenne pepper, and it looks like it's doing pretty good. Next year, I'm going to do my garden as a what I would consider a drought garden. Everything will have a way to be watered. And if I can, I'm going to talk to my neighbor that's got a piece of property where they chipped a bunch of trees at. I'm going to see if he'll care if I, get me some of that and put it on my garden to help do moisture control. Once it's on there, like, through the winter and stuff, it'll hold moisture pretty good. And, as it breaks down, it makes nutrition for the garden too. But I want to get that weed barrier and put it on the row. And that way you can go through and, pick up your weed barrier or flip, undo it and flip it up the hill, let's say. Put any kind of nutrients or build in the ground you want to, and then cover it back up. And put your weed barrier back over it, and then use that mulch stuff in there as like in your balk where you walk and stuff to help with weed control. And then like let's say every other year, you take in where the balk is, you would go and or what I'm thinking is go in there and fill that up, put that silk fencing over it, but take and dig your mulch out, because they said that that mulch would steal the nitrogen out of the ground. So you'd want to pull the wire, the grass screen out of your bottom row and rake that to the middle to where the old row used to be, and then put your nutrition down, put your silk fencing down, and use it where your row was last year as the bulk this year. And that way, it's got time to rest and heal, and continue to grow, and you know, you're not continuously planting the same thing, and you know, that'd be a good year to do your crop rotations. But when you'll see when I get these out where I'm leaving the seeds, you know, I'm just cutting through the seeds, they fall out into the bottom of the pan. Then you just take and rinse them out when you put these in the bag. Some of them will stay, but most of them won't. But see, I'm just going to take and open up another Ziploc baggie, which I do have a vacuum sealer. I just don't feel like getting it out. And I know this ain't going to last, you know, through too many winters. But just reach in here. And I'll tell you, if you take these little sweet peppers and like hot banana peppers and or the Hungarian wax, I do jalapenos, take and run them through a batter and freeze them. You know, I mean, well, you can freeze them like that and put them in there, you know, where they stay individual, or you can just put them in there and dip them and put them in hot oil and fry them like you do the zucchini and summer squash. Man, they are good. Now, I'm going to do them the same as I did the other ones. And I'll come back in a minute and give you a baggie count of what we got and what's going in the freezer. But let me cut the rest of these up, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Total bag count was 2 banana peppers, 2 sweet pepper, 2 bags of sweet pepper, bell sweet peppers. We got 5 bags of zucchini, and 5 bags of summer squash. So, you know, that's not a bad haul. And I still kept a little zucchini, little summer squash, and a pepper for supper this evening. But if your gardens ain't doing good, go up to Henry's in Duffield and tell them that George sent you and that, you know, you're there for some vegetables and stuff. Remember, if you get EBT, or it was food stamps, now it's EBT, they said that you get everything at high price. So if, you know, let's say zucchinis are 2 for $1, well, you'd get them 4 for $1. And that makes your money go a lot further. And if you'll just go buy you some Ziploc baggies and do that right there, you know, when them freeze, they're good as long as that freezer's running. And they'll be there all through the winter if you want to. Or, you know, you could do that and keep them in your refrigerator for when you got a little short on food. You would have, you know, some zucchini, summer squash, different things like that. But he's got everything. He's got peaches in. He's got blackberries in still. I think he's got some blueberries, corn, you name it, he's got it. And I'm pretty sure he's got it. And he's got good prices too. So, you know, y'all run by there and give him a look at, and give him your business, and he'll appreciate it. Well, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to take this out there and put it in the freezer. And I just wanted to show you how to do, you know, this stuff with the freezer stuff. That's just why I do it. And it's quick and easy. And if you got a little deep freeze, you'd be surprised what them things will hold. But y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. And we'll see you on the next video.